Good evening. As you all can imagine, this is a very difficult and emotional topic for me to discuss because I am the mother of that complaint of case number 16. And I am very unhappy with Mr. Jenico's report. I think it has a lot of bias, misogyny, and supports patriarchy. I would call your attention to the uploaded documents. There are 61 pages. Pages 1 through 11 are the heart and bones of my complaint on this auditor's report. And if you look at 60 and 61, I do know that a retired police chief of 41 years did write in, and he was very eloquent when he described how this report does not get to the heart and bones of the matter. Nowhere in your report, Mr. Jenico, did I see that you recommend prosecution for violations of California Penal Code 832.7 F1 that was published in your second report that we heard in chambers in February. Nowhere in your report did you recommend prosecution for 18 U.S.C. 241 and 242 violations, which is kidnapping under color of law. And my child was wrongfully beaten, strangled. Nowhere do you mention Ruben Badeo kneeling on her neck. And then you seek to shame her for defending herself, and you claim that she was assaultive to the police after they strangled her, tore her away from her mom. Nowhere do you put in the report that the dad drove from 3 counties away and perpetrated violence to us. You couch it as if it was just an arrest warrant, as if that gives any man wearing a badge and a gun to beat up an innocent woman and child. What about VAWA? Where was VAWA and this mental health worker? My daughter and I have family members in the area. Where was the decision to put her in the care of a trusted family member instead of locking an innocent child away for 3 days and then putting her into a psychiatric control program with MK Ultra and child threats with the reunification therapy of the other 2 children who've been kidnapped in Santa Cruz? And all of you here have been ignoring it. And this is not okay. I reject this report. It's a disgrace. It's shameful. You should be fired. Read all the comments, because my complaint was 358 pages long with hundreds of pages of supporting documents of nefarious behavior by many people. This is unacceptable. No more kidnapping children, and you guys need to do your jobs and rescue my daughter and the missing 2 other Lane kids.
My daughter continued screaming for her mom as her mom was led away in handcuffs. And she continued to cry and scream. After she was handcuffed, officers lifted her from the ground and attempted to have her walk, but she resisted walking and continued screaming. Officer 1 pushed her against a patrol car, requested shackles, and did a leg sweep on a child, pushing her face into the ground and shackled her ankles. While trying to put her into the police car, they knocked her head against the plexiglass that separates the back seat from the front seat, and then they put a foam helmet on her head to protect her after they had already hit her. The on-scene mental health liaison, this ties into the cahoots that we talked about earlier today. The lauded health liaison was on scene the entire time, and what did she do? She put the child in for a 5150 psychiatric hold. That, to me, is unconscionable. There was another incident, case number 31.